Here I'll be showing you how to install your F-22 slip-on compression vanes. Have an idea of where you want to install your vane on your shaft. Here I have spine aligned shafts, so I would like my biggest vane to be aligned with the spine when I install it. What I'll do is I'll get it started on the shaft with one of the big vanes started somewhat close to the spine. Get it started, push it on. It'll eventually get tougher to get on. What you'll do is you'll take the tip of your arrow and you'll set it on a hard surface. Once it's set on a hard surface, you want to grab it by the big vanes. You'll slowly start to slide it down over the shaft. Work your way around, spinning it as it slowly makes its way on. Now F-22 vanes will fit over most nocks, possibly not all nocks, depending on your knock size. You may have to remove them. What I'll do is continue to work my way down. It may be a little tough depending on your shaft size, but they should go on. You want them to be tight. You don't want them to slip easily. Then what you'll do, depending on how far you want them from the end of your arrow, you can measure. So I'm going to put mine an inch from the bottom of the knot collar. I'm going to go a little more there. Looks good. Now, sometimes what happens is when you're pulling on these, you're pulling real hard. Some of your tighter shafts, what'll happen is, you can see here, get a little bit of a kink. It's all right. They're compression vanes. What happened is they compressed from you pulling down on these big vanes. So all you got to do is pull up on them a little bit towards the knock. Pull up this way. So I'll pull up just a little bit to decompress those. Work your way around, pulling each one so it's nice and even. Might take a couple tries. That looks pretty good actually. And what will happen is all of these vanes are entwined. So whatever you do, and I'll show you that in a minute here when we go to do helicals, whatever one vane does, all the others will follow suit. You put a hard helical, all the others will end up with the exact same degree of offset. So let me check my distance again. 1 inch looks good. All of them look straight, even the minis. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that how it is. So that's a straight vane. Now, say I want to do a helical or an offset. I personally like the hardest helical I can get on these. What you'll do, hold the bottom of your vane with your thumb. With your other hand, grab a big vane. Doesn't matter which one, you can come all the way over here. I find this best. Or you can do the same one. I'm going to hold the bottom of the vane here. I'm going to grab the top big one here, and I'm just going to twist as far as it'll go. There you go. Helical on every single vane, even the mini vanes, same degree of offset. Now that's as far as they'll go. You may want a less degree of offset, less helical, or just a slight offset. And I will show you how to do that on this next batch here. Set that one aside. Same thing. Here's my spine. Go ahead and get that started. Set it on a hard surface. Slowly make your way around, grabbing each big vein, pulling downward. They'll be a little flimsy to start until the shaft ends up closer to the top to these smaller veins, because it becomes more rigid with the smaller veins near the top. So we'll continue to work our way around here. Looking pretty good. Go ahead and measure that. That's pretty much perfect. So we want to double check our alignment here. There's our spine. We are a hair off. So what you can do, grab them. If you need to twist them around, you can grab them, pull out slightly, and twist hard. What it will do is decompress that vein a little bit, allow some air in there. You can twist it just a little bit. So now we're a little more aligned. You can see we've got a little bit of a helical going on right now. What you can do is I'll grab the bottom of this vein and twist it slightly. See that? Straight, straight, straight. Okay, now let's say you want a certain degree of offset, not all the way like I had, not a hard helical, but you want just a slight offset, and obviously you want this to be the same on all your arrows. What you can do is we'll grab a piece of tape here. Fine painter's tape works best. We will put this on there just slightly. Don't need a big piece. We don't want it to get wrapped all the way around really. Now what I'll do is make a mark where the end of my big vein is right here. I will make a mark. That's where my vein starts. From a straight vein, that's where it starts. And then what you can do is eye it up, give it just a slight twist maybe. Maybe that's all you want. Super slight twist to it. You can see even the minis got just a hair of a slight twist, and all others, they have followed suit. So what I'll do is I'm going to mark, and you're welcome to just eye this up too. I have found that just eyeing it up and eyeing up all of your veins and just pretty much guessing if they have about the same degree of offset seems to work just fine. You still get the same groupings. It depends how picky you really want to be with your veins. So we have that marked. Now I'll go ahead and take that off. Set that aside, and we will save that little measurement now for the next one. Same thing, we're going to put this on. Pull down, switch into different veins as you pull. Get a nice and even movement. Measure this out slightly more. That's a little too much, so I'll grab it and pull up just slightly. One inch looks good. We are not quite straight. Can pull up a little and twist it back a hair. Again, all your vanes will follow suit while moving just one vane straight. So now we have a straight vane. We are going to throw our little tape measurement on here. Eye it up real good. There we go. Now we'll grab it, twist it ever so slightly at the top. Again, anchoring down here at the bottom of your vane. And you can put a piece of tape down here too and mark it. Make sure that stays in place when you pull. But as long as you got good pressure on here, it shouldn't move on you at the bottom. So I'll move that just a little bit. That looks pretty good, I think. So we can see now, take that measurement tape off, that would have been this one. We will have the same degree of offset. We will compare it to the one I put a very hard helical on. Should be a harder offset. May not look like much on camera, but the one on the left does have a harder helical. And it may not even look like much of an offset angle to you folks, but I'll tell you what, these babies spin. When you put that helical on there, the hardest I can get, they spin well. And I have some videos of how well they spin as well. Some slow motion videos. I'll spin these here for you as well. See the difference. All right, that is all there is to it. They really are that easy. Depending on your shaft size and type of shaft, your brand. These Victories, I know they put what's called an ice coating on them. I believe it's like a ceramic sort of coating, something like that. They're meant to pull out of targets better. On super hard impacts, maybe brand new hard foamed targets, you may see these shift slightly. It's just how it is. When they put that coating on there, man, they can be pretty slick. So I suggest what you can do is you can rough up the top of here, try to take that coating off. Or you can also maybe use some beeswax to put on the shaft, bring them down, will help them stick. Even simple super glue, put a dab of super glue on the front, back, one or the other or both, whatever you want to do. But for the most part, these should stay in place for you. So thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, feel free to reach out.